Alright, welcome back everybody to more Elden Ring. My name is Ludo. I am live here about to start the DLC for Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. So if you were following along earlier today, we just beat Moog. We got up here and we did a couple other things, but this guy is brand spanking new by the look of it. Just chat him up, see what's going on.
Ah, were you guided here by kindly Mikula? I am Leda, and like you,
Oops.
I was guided by faith along his honorable path. Touch the withered arm, and you too will be transported to the realm of shadow where Mikula the Kind now dwells. My compatriots are there already. Like us, they have heard kindly Mikula's call. If you can find them, they are certain to lend you aid. Come now, touch the withered arm, and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again.
Here we go. Completely different map. It's very ominous, very quiet. Very beautiful. A little bit of a frame drop. It might have stabilized. Maybe not. Okay, we've all seen that guy in the distance. Couple of churches, old structures around. Let's touch this site of grace. And the first thing we should probably do is see if Melina has anything to say, which she does not, but we do have this right here. Consume Erdtree fragments to bolster your blessing. Blessing bolsters the recipient's abilities to deal and negate damage, but has no influence outside the realm. Apparently I already have one. Consume Revered Spirit Ash to bolster Revered Spirit Ash Blessing. Summon Spirit Spectral State abilities to deal damage and negate damage. Cool. I don't think I mean, we can try. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Alright, sweet. Still have our horse. Horse came with us. Everybody goes towards the big flaming giant cauldron. Let's go grab the map. A broken run. Oh. Oh my god. Oh dear lord. I think that's how this is gonna go. Oh boy. So this is a double whammy here. There's a scaling system specifically for Shadow of the Erdtree, which is nice because it makes it to where if you're over leveled, you can start building yourself back up. The issue is we are under leveled like a mother. We're supposed to be level 100 to defeat Moog. I think we're only like 80, 82. And I think somebody recommended the lowest you be for this area is 125. We got the sun off. It's not really guaranteed. What are you on? Shit. This is just a basic enemy. Gotta be. We're gonna have to pop our flask for a basic enemy. That's where we're sitting at right now. Okay, let's kind of swerve around him real quick. Let's get a map. Maybe he's not a basic enemy. Maybe he's more specialized. We got some knot resin, red flesh mushrooms. New kind of mushrooms. Those guys. These guys. Okay. It's definitely directing you towards that guy. You apparently upset somebody. Okay. It's a pretty large area. In fact, this kind of looks like Liurnia. This is Liurnia. Really? Maybe. Maybe not. It's hard to tell. It definitely looks a little bit like the starting area. I think this is Stormvale. This is definitely different. And then I think there's like a gated cliffside area right here. Didn't do anything to you. Okay, so maybe that guy's special because we can still one shot with our level 16 weapon. Oh yeah, that feels better. We're home. This guy is insane. Let's travel south. Let's go along this path. In all of the content I've seen so far, which has been, you know, the trailers and all the YouTubers doing early little teasers of it, I never see anybody travel south. Looks like people are already saying adding in their wonderful commentary. I haven't seen a boar in forever. So there's a new fruit type, there's new mushrooms, there's a angry red phantom over here. Somewhere. Where'd he go? Right there. He's not red. He's definitely angry though. Do not do very much damage. He attacks very fast, which is technically my weakness. Let's go ahead and pop this. Looks like Wolverine. 100%. That's Wolverine. Look at him. What was that? Whoa, whoa. Okay. Cool weapon, cool weapon. This is one of the new weapon types that they teased in one of the trailers. Let's go get our stuff. Very fast, and that's the weakness to this build because we can't guarantee a poise break with the weapon. Oh my goodness. You're gonna die here. I don't know what that was. Some kind of screeching bird. Let's get back on the main road. We will come back for this gentleman off in this direction. Right. I want to say like right there. So now whenever we cycle, okay, we use X to cycle. Nothing. Very interesting. What? There are dogs on fire? Do the most damage. Two-shot the knights by the look of it. That guy's got a cool axe. Smithing stone 4. Hopefully sooner rather than later we start falling into some smithing stone 6s. That'd be very nice. That guy has a huge axe. The church. We can summon. I don't want to summon. I feel like the knights and enemies here have better poise breaks, worse poise breaks for me, but because he tanked an attack. Ooh, that looks awesome. I want to try that out. Black steel hammer. We need 17 faith. Weapon of the Black Knights, servants of Mesmer the Impaler. Great hammer of black steel with decorative embellishments in gold, blessed with an Erdtree incantation. Further holy imbuement will amplify the effect and greatly increase the armament's power. Guard counters cause a burst of power. Cool. So if you pull off a guard counter, you do massive amounts of basically riposte damage. Riposte probably isn't the right word there. You get what I mean. Here we go. I'm gonna call them scads. Scad fragments can be found across the realms of shadow. Consume these at sites of grace to bolster your blessing. The blessing bolsters the recipient's abilities to deal and negate damage, but has no influence outside of the realm of shadow. Cool. So that buffs us, and the other buffs our ashes and our horse. Ha! The craftsmanship. Real question. How is the dog on fire walking through a pond? I feel like that's a little against the grain. There's something hidden under the waterfall. Yeah, but everybody feels like there should be. That's what I'm saying. Hidden path galore right here. Classic. White flesh mushrooms. Broke our shield. He didn't get it all. Come on now. I'm dead. Just like that. These guys deal a boatload of damage. Nice to stick America. Glad they're here. So from my understanding, from what I've heard, there are 20 SCAD shards scattered around the lands, blah blah blah. Let's go ahead and buff. We got 50k lying around, we do not want to leave it. Didn't expect that, did you? Ooh, I got gauntlets. Smithing some 4. That guy sadly did not respawn by the look of it. It's kind of heartbreaking. That would have been a cool guy to fight again. Oh, there's a smithing stone 5. So we're definitely just a few drops away from getting a smithing stone 6. Stuff. I mean, we came in here with like 11,000 runes, I think, and we're already sitting at 60. So I don't think there will be an issue with catching up. Sweet. Excuse me, sorry. Black Firefly. Kinda want that axe. Fire coil. But I will say I'm probably not the best whenever it comes to items. I don't use consumables hardly at all. Don't craft hardly at all. But I will definitely check out. Could have sworn there was a tab for, maybe it's under inventory. Fiery butterfly with black cinder wings. They burn in dark and slender ribbons of fire. I'm looking for a fire coil. Maybe it's a consumable. Maybe I already went past it. Right here. Device fire used by mesmer soldiers. Lingering embers bundled into a coil. Craftable item. Uses FP to conjure tiny fire snakes from the spot that it's thrown. The withering snakes pursue. Cool. Lots of useful information there. And I give it 3 days and there's going to be a lore video detailing all of this that we're looking at now. Oh Holy crap, there's another fire giant cauldron. This is very interesting. We are technically off the map. We'll check this area here for any crevices that we can slip by. But it looks like, unless there's a way down, not looking like it. We might have to go north. Whatever that is looks super cool. Cannot tell from this angle. Is that a dragon skull? Okay. Moon, mountain. It's beautiful. It is a beautiful area. I was just talking a couple streams ago about how Volcano Manor, the township, and then the cathedral where you fight one of the Godskin noble, I think, it's one of my favorite Elden Ring areas so far. First time I'd been in it was just a couple days ago. But this, just walking through this forest, puts that to shame. You know? The way they incorporated all of these gravestones, but they aren't something that you stumble over because they're reminiscent. You're in a land of shadows, so they're light, you know? Super cool. I think we're coming up on the guy that whooped us. Gonna be a running theme, probably. Yeah, I think we died right over here. Let's remove this. Let's do this one. And get rid of that guy. There's some shades up there. We probably need to run this perimeter. And then check this guy. 1 second. I am starting to lose my voice just a little bit. I'm streaming, getting ready for this specifically for a while now. I think I spent 5 hours trying to get everything ready to defeat Moog. Let's check the outer edge. Oh, that bird. See if there's anything of interest out here. I like the color combo. It doesn't look natural, but I really enjoy the color combo. The blue, not as much. That looks super interesting though. There's another, is that the same one? That might be the same one. Fire Cauldron. I have seen that dude whip people's arse. Whip them senseless, basically. Bird. Good old classic lump of flesh. White flesh mushroom. Looks like it's nothing but death. Interesting statues. There's something even further below that. Jesus. The layering so far, just looking over that cliffside, reminds me of like Dante's Inferno, the 9 circles of hell. how you can look deeper into it from the circle that you reside in and just see even more misery and torment. I want to cross over. Are those statues or are those other things that are going to kill me? You sound very heavy and you are very confident. Don't do much damage though. Okay. These guys actually kill a little bit easier than the red somersault fellows that we were going against. We get slightly less runes for them, but I think we're going to be doing just fine. As long as they don't attack in a group. Here's another one up here. I love the rolling hills. Another one, number 2, 3. Seems like they're pretty well everywhere. Definitely want to take my time, meander. This is not going to be a speed run series. I've already seen a YouTube video show up on my feed for Final Boss 4K Ultra HD Shadow of the Erdtree. That's not what we're here for. Smithing stone floors. They are dumping the smithing stones on us. We're not here to reach the end before anybody else, show any content before anybody else. We're here to enjoy Elden Ring. Which, by the time I got to Elden Ring the first time, I think I bought it on sale, 50% off for like a year celebration. Something along those lines. It had been out for a long time. So by the time I got around to... By the time I gotten around to playing it, you know, everything had basically been spoiled for you. One way or another. Whether you look up things on it or not. You know, that was one of the descriptions I actually wanted to read. It was for this guy right here. Broken Rune. Right here. Gain 500 runes, golden traces of the grace bestowed upon those who fell in the realm of shadow. Broken and faded, threatening to dissipate entirely. Oh, you fly. Okay, first time for everything. I don't know if you live up there, this is a very traumatic relationship. Oh my god. Is that steak America close enough? No. I don't even know if that was a steak. Didn't have the arms, I don't think. Let's try and grab our runes real quick before we tango with any other enemies. That's a level and a half right there. And I can't afford to be losing with how underleveled I am. love the trees, very knotted and furrowed. So there's a specific attack. Oh god. Did a lot of damage to me, right? She's right there. There's a specific attack that causes them to land if they aggro in the air. Wonder if them having vision on us has anything to do with that. Thank you for the follow. Quesadilla with no cheese. Quesadilla, no cheese. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. If you are coming for Shadow of the Erdtree content, we've got it coming at you. Oh god. Live. Live and fresh and very chaotically. Do not even want to look at these guys. Okay, there's the side of grace. No, this is, oh yeah, it's right there. There's a fragment. Carved words coalesce. I abandon here the first of the flesh of my body. Seek holy butthole. You gotta love it. Looks like we've got two NPCs here. What's this? Empyrean Blood Virgin. I said that last part wrong. Go ahead and touch the grace. He looks super cool. Super cool. And then this guy, gal. Super cool blade. So we can chat with them. Let's see where we're sitting at. I definitely feel like this is a mirror of the other world. This feels like Stormvale. I wonder if it could be... I don't know. I can't form conjecture yet. Can cross this bridge by the look of it. Head into town here, and we can also head into this area. Very layered. Let's go ahead and talk to these NPCs.
Fie, another. Treading the heels of Miquella. Then, as that woman would surely say, we are in our purposes well aligned. But understand, your kind are not forgiven. The Erdtree is my people's enemy. By Marika long betrayed, set aflame. I believe Miquella's apologies when he says our delivery will come, but never will I see your kind as worthy. And yet my oath I cannot overlook. If Miquella it is whom you would seek, then comrade, allow me to give you this. These are the sites of the crosses I found. I urge you, follow after Miquella. As long as you abide by his footfalls, you will be no enemy to me.
Nice little map. Map of cross sites received. Check inventory.
I urge you, follow after Miquella as long as you abide.
Okay.
Ah, Lady Leda spoke of you. You're that tarnished. Guided here by kindly Miquella. Won't we all? I am Freya. I once fought alongside General Radahn.
Oh.
In battle, you can be sure I'll hold my own.
Can I get your help to kill that thing behind me?
Oh, another thing. Did you speak to our dour little friend? If you've yet to do so, have him give you a map of the Cross's whereabouts. You'll find more of them dotted about these lands. They are Mikola the Kind's footprints.
Mikola the Kind.
If you've yet to do so, assuming you...
Okay, pretty straightforward bits of dialogue. The land between and the land of shadow are separated through and through. So we have this gargantuan, imposing gate before us that we can travel to. Looks like a little washout. I agree, it's not even really a road anymore. Or we can head to the bridge. Let's head north before we do anything. One qualm, I will say. I do wish that my pile of souls... I'm sorry, not souls, they're runes. My pile of runes that form in this game were colored maybe like a blue in this realm, because the gravestones make it very hard to see it down here. Very difficult to see them. Couple of dogs. Looks like a cliffside. We are traveling down. There's what looks to be a campfire up here. Let's see if they are friend or foe. Might be a merchant. Might be nobody. Savage Lion's Claw? Hold up. Hold up. Here. Does it show me Lion's Claw? It shows me Savage. Requires an FP cost of 20. Swords, axes, and hammers, small armaments, and thrusting swords accepted. Skill of the particularly brave, even among the Redmane. Some assault forward, striking foes with an armament. An additional strike may be performed with an additional input. That is amazing. We are definitely replacing our Lion's Claw with the Savage Lion's Claw. 1 second. Oh, man. Ooh, that hit me. Sorry about that. Could not mute. That came out of nowhere. A little sniffly. Looks like we may be able to drop down there. Couple people wandering. You know, for this to be a dour, almost a decrepit area, you know, filled with decay and, well, decay isn't really a good term, but lifelessness with the gravestones and the shadows and the vulture-like birds. For this to be an area of that likeness, it's very easy to look at. Usually whenever you get an area filled with rot and death, it turns out like the areas closest to Millennia. Where it's just filled with red swamps and it's kind of not the greatest to look at. The Erdtree, beautiful, but looking at the swamps is not nice. I'm gonna be taking a lot of damage. That is a dragon, right? It looks like a dragon. I think there's a mouth right there. I should have bought binoculars. little sniffly. I might need to blow my nose. I want to look over this cliff edge. Nothing. Okay. I should have bought binoculars before we traveled over here. You will notice that I only use the horse in areas where Shadow Realm Ruin. There's a long stretch of no enemies and nothing really on the sides, because I want to take everything in. I want to take longer to look over the cliffside. 7,500 for a tier 1 rune. This was definitely a later game area. The Erdtree is the shadow of the Erdtree. No wonder Grace shines ever so brilliantly. We've got some cages coming up. Is this dungeon? Is this dungeon? I think this is dungeon. Catacomb cave, whatever you want to refer to it as. I don't like that. I think this is a legacy dungeon. I think this is a backside to it. Yeah, I don't like the gate. I would rather not be trapped into an area that I have not yet approached from the front. I want to approach from the front, see if it's just laden with enemies, or if there's somebody telling us to go away, or so on and so forth. I don't want to overextend and then not gather up any content that we could be missing out on. Let's check out this possible cliffside. Avoid the dragon that's obviously in the center. And then check out this settlement. Whenever I first played Elden Ring, one of the things that I'm guilty of is I think I defeated Morgott, but I didn't enter Stormvale until after I had already traipsed through Liurnia and Kylid. In fact, I had taken the portal to the Beast Clergyman probably before even defeating Margit, not Morgott, Margit. And let's just say that those enemies that are around the temple are not the friendliest when you're level 10. Level 10 to 30. Yeah, that is definitely a dragon of some kind. Maybe, I don't know. Let's look for Grace close to here. I'm on my OBS right now, 1 second. There we go. Let's look for a site of Grace. Try and find one close. And then we will see if that is a dragon or if I'm just seeing things. Overall, loading in the first time, there were a couple of stutters, I'm not gonna lie. But overall, this has been pretty stable. logs peeled off. Ooh. The load. Time for fingers. Love it. Love the greater continents. Potentate. There's an extra E in there. Cookbook. We can actually summon, so there might be a loose boss just hanging out. If we can summon, there's probably a stake around as well. Fly mold. So what I'm noticing so far is that the sites of grace are definitely spread out better than they were in the start of Elden Ring. Which this is technically not. Oh my god. For some reason I thought I was on my horse. This isn't like a starting area. It's literally DLC content after like one of the final bosses that you're supposed to do. So, you know, if you can't walk through a field without dying, then you're probably not supposed to be in the DLC yet. So I get why the graces are split a little bit better. But, holy crap. Felt like we were walking forever. This place has definitely been ravaged. Most of the houses are burned down. Fly creatures are walking everywhere. Pull up our map. It looks like there's a lower section underneath this bridge. In fact, it looks like all of this is traversable. God, this just reminds me so much of Liurnia. Like, if this was a swamp right here, there would still be the river. I don't know. Maybe not. You know what? Hold that thought. Maybe not. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, there's a lot of differences here. Okay, you got me there. Looks similar though. You gotta give me that. Let's go ahead and rest at this grace. We can drop a couple in here. We're not going to do that yet. We will level up instead. I feel like we need to start putting points into mind sooner rather than later, but I also want points in endurance. I want more points in strength. We need to put points in faith if we're going to cast incantations on ourselves. 10 more points of vigor wouldn't hurt. Another 200 health, give or take. Let's put them into mind. Start leveling up our mind so that we have more FP. Ooh. Because what we're going to be doing is we are going to right there. Ashes of War, I'm blind. We're going to change. Oh, takes 4 times the amount of FP. Wonder if it does more damage. go check out this lake over here. Back on my OBS. Well, there's a stake here, so I mean, it's gotta be. Alright. I cannot target it. There's blood piles everywhere. You can summon. A great katana. It's a undead dragon. It was just moving. Alright. Let's blow this popsicle stand. If the standard mobs of the area are killing us, that guy's gonna wipe the floor with us in a heartbeat. Let's check out, I'm actually on the wrong side. Let's check out the village that we were just at. And then we need to traverse underneath the bridge area as well. Hurts from tip to toe. One, two, three. Fly swatter, some fly mold, silver horn tinder. I say that, but you know the story, the backstory for these guys is absolutely abysmal. You know, they just had the worst things happen to them, probably. Drop down there. There's a little. And no, we will come back for that. Let's progress further through the village. A couple more flies to kill. Be wary of circling around, therefore seek cleric. It's an interesting one. No, thank you. Looks like this ends. So whatever we're coming up on is probably the end. I wonder if that's the cleric that they were talking about. latched, really. Really? Stuff. Okay. That takes care of that interaction. Let's check inside of the home. Death trap. I don't believe it. That's a good one. Why is it always crab? I see it. I see a way down as well. I will not be doing that anytime soon. That would have me on the edge of my seat. I'll make it to, 3/4 of the way there. Ailment talisman. I'll die from slipping off the edge from overcorrecting. Raises resistance to the last ailment suffered. That actually sounds super cool. Talisman depicting a soul taken by sickness. When certain ailments are triggered, this talisman grants resistance to that same ailment. When the weak were infected with the dreaded fly sickness, they perished well before the metamorphosis could take hold. Oddly, those who cared for the infected and made certain they were given a proper burial were never affected themselves. There's something. Couple of flies all around. 1, 2, 3. I know y'all can jump. I've seen every single one of you do a dunk, basically. You're gonna tell me you can't get up here? You're full of it. There you are. You make awful noises whenever you jump. I do not want to ever hear these noises again. Get up here so I can kill you. Come on. Decision to make. I can run in on horseback, try to grab the item. Let's do that, eh? Didn't work for a little bit. Okay. Revered Spirit Ash Blessing can be found across the realm. Consume the ash at sites of grace to bolster your blessing. It makes them do more damage, take more damage. That was worth it. We'll check down here. There is something. We're in a bad place. All that for a butterfly. Alright. I'm fairly content with that. Now where is the bonfire? Where is that side of grace? There we go. Let's go ahead and level up. We're not going to use our Shadow Realm blessings yet. Let's drop another point here. 53k runes. We're getting up there. We're definitely still under leveled. We are only level 95. The lowest I've seen recommended for Shadow of the Erdtree is 125. So we are definitely treading on some thin ice. It's probably only a matter of time until we come across something that we can't walk away from. Furnace Visage. Another one. And another cookbook. Let's check that out. Is it a consumable? No. Interesting. Is it key item? No, it is not. Right here. Exceedingly rare to find. It's a craft, a consumable. Smaller imitation of the furnace golem's visage. Materials used for crafting items. Exceedingly rare to find. A stone mask surrounded by curled horns depicting the fell god of fire that haunts the sagas of the horn scent. I have no idea what that does. We did pick up a cookbook, so maybe it's used in a recipe. I need to be mindful, by the way, of how long we are going on this current video, because I need to make sure to create videos that are easily exported to YouTube. So I think we're going to take a minute here. Something over there. Oh yes, this guy. We're going to take a minute here. We're going to take a short 5-minute break here on Twitch. We are also going to be back. That's the important thing. We're going to be back here in about 5 minutes. Just taking a short water break to make sure that our kid is not woken up. And then we will be right back to playing some more Shadow of the Erdtree. If you are watching on YouTube, I do not quite know what the upload schedule is gonna be for Shadow of the Erdtree. It's gonna run in parallel to the series that we have going on right now, which are numerous. So I will either catch you tomorrow or the next day or next week maybe, but it'll definitely be at least once a week. Probably more than that since it's such a hot commodity. We shall see. Don't want to overflow, but we will determine that at a later date. For now, if you are watching on YouTube, thank you as always for tuning in. This has been Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. My name is Ludo, and I will catch you all next time. Peace.